systems. We supported the innovative hub in Benin. Let me tell us something. These countries where we are in, they work because technical education is paid attention to, and technical people are respected. I find that plumbers come into my office in the United Kingdom in their work clothes, mechanics come in their own role. And nobody says the mechanic in Akina, no. They even earn more. So recently we have people coming from Canada, Women Helping Women. We have Richard John Foundation and Voice Aid. And they came and, in fact, they had over 300 persons that they touched their lives with the collaborating with the technical college in Benin. It was a big occupation. And we thank the coordinator of the First Lady's office for actually collaborating with us. Now, OSA was quite interesting because I started our harmonization tour in Italy, and it's still ongoing. In fact, this will count as one now, thankfully. And I was speaking in Italy. I think it was, where was it? I can't remember, but I remember. And somebody got up and was very upset. They built a police station, they came together as aspirants, and it's having been commissioned. Why? They were asking me, how dare? They were helping the government. It's really annoying, honestly. So when they finished all the speaking and the anger, I said, you know what? Your anger is very valid. Because you don't say you want 100 person, then the person only appreciate the help. I said, but do you know that maybe even the governor has not heard about it? They say, can you not hear me? I said, don't worry. When I get to him, I will look into it. That's why he has set up this diaspora agency. Well, they forgave me, they forgave us that day, Major, and when I came back, I didn't take it as if it was not serious. Immediately I went to the Commissioner of Police, I went to some of their representatives, and we are grateful that today that station has been opened and the Commissioner has deployed servicemen there. But look at the ripple effect. The Oscar Festival this year now is being done with two eyes open, not fear like before. And to bring more economic development to that place. So as diasporans, our soft skills, our capacity translates to physical and hard structured developments as well. And of course, we have the Edo State Women Association, which is in progress. They are the grant initiative arm, small scale, medium scale investment arm of Edo State Diaspora Agency. They've been in existence for over 25 years. And once we start off with that, we will see. Now, we had a global investment summit. Yes.
OSA, is it synonyms? Or
no, OSA, my mom is from that. OSA Ibhamawu.
That's our community. Is it nice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
OSA Ibhamawu.
It's a community.
Yeah.
Ozanisi and Ozanoguguru, I think.
So the people from that place in Italy, when I went to, just like I come here now, and maybe someone is from Oye, and they built a station, or from Mirua, and they're like, this station is not really upset because their money is there. You know? So that's what happened. And we've been in Scotland recently. We actually had a global investment summit there. I'll come to that. But I want to talk about Palm Villa. This is so practical. Palm Villa is a diaspora housing project worth millions of dollars. Like those states won a local government area, Euro to be precise. And we're just going to watch a short teaser of what they have done, and that speaks to security. They came with a model of diaspora housing, and they put a security post there. That security post now not only subserves them, but subserves the whole Euro as well. And the police gave them dimension as to how to build it, long-range telescopes, you know, because they're diasporans, it's up to standard. So we'll think about that. And interestingly, in Tanzania, we had two young Edo State sons travel there. And for no reason at all, the Tanzanian police just walked up to them and They just took their passports. But they had our helpline and they contacted us. And immediately I got across to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Oh, that's something I forgot to say. I had an induction, a week-long induction to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and NIFCO, Nigerian Diaspora Commission. So immediately we got across to our embassy in Tanzania, and within 72 hours, those passports have been returned to those young men. In fact, we are amazed. They say, we'll try. Now we know the reason why the diaspora agencies existing. And of course, our web portal is almost 80% completed. Next slide, please. But I know that people like you will understand why that portal is important. And I'm happy that some of the people who drew up the bill, they're here. Even at income level, it's a requirement that we have a working, not website, a bit more than a website, because you have people across the world engaging who have standards. They want to know that that place is secure, cyber secure. They are going to be able to make payments via that place. It's going to be like a big door. You open it and you get onto a GIS. You can then pay for your C of O there. You open it and you get onto agriculture. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to say that some of the people designing this portal are Edo State sons and daughters just like you. They visited the state, engaged with other agencies and ministries recently just to know what to get to doing so that we engage seamlessly with the state facilities. And it's about 80% completed. But more importantly, the diaspora policy. I just said diaspora policy has been drafted. I want to thank the special advisor to His Excellency on policy because, and the erstwhile Minister for Commissioner for Justice, they had an input in it. But let me give an example. Today we say India has done well. How do they attract their diaspora home? Tax remittances for first generation is, I think, 2 years in India. But if the company is in the name of the second generation, i.e. your children, it's 3 years. So we are going to do the same thing in those states. But the government has to approve the number of years. We've suggested 3 and 4, but we'll see what his final approval is. But what that does is that one day these children start to come home to say, this company where my papa and mama do for me, I go see how it be. And that's how India has built our second generation home. But a lot of other things are in that policy just to take care of us as diasporans. It must be written, it must be given that strategic publicity.
Sorry.
So,
yes.
yes.
Just clarity, the tax
rebate.
Tax rebate,
yes.
Okay, so like a tax-free period.
Tax-free period.
Okay.
And then there are certain areas like healthcare where you won't even be taxed at all. So a lot of all these are in the policy. But I want to end by saying that good news. Oh yes, medical students were sponsored recently by the Edo State Diaspora Agency for the South Regional Meeting. But I want to end by saying good news doesn't travel as fast as bad news. And you know the reason why? It's because good people, selfless people become selfish. It's an irony. You see, when you see anything good about those states, you look at it like, oh, this is nice. But you don't share it. Whereas social media urchins understand that their news must travel far. And they share their garbage. We're all guilty. We don't know. But why are we not even sharing it? We are selflessly working hard in the community. We are so busy. We can't press the share button. But when you're not informed, you become deformed. Yesterday, a lot of us watched what or that shared our majority leader about what's going on in those things. And we looked at and said, really? Is this true? And you just talk about security. So you are going to watch now what happened. And just to say that from our first global investment summit, a lot of people were screaming that we got a promise of $250 million. Because people are very visual, that was what they heard. But they didn't realize that in those states, already working on the back of that summit is Pam Villa, is Richard George Foundation, and they spent millions of dollars, like even more than Nigerian NCDF, Nigerian Capital Development Fund, even more than that $250 million. So we say thank you to Senator Monday, the local executive governor of the state. God bless him.